If you're in the early stages of loss, you may find that lots of small things actually trip you up. And it's like moving into a new territory that you just don't know what to expect. Sometimes somebody calling a name in the crowd and you suddenly realise it's your child's name, and it can really upset you. Or perhaps you're walking down the street and you see a neighbour or an acquaintance at a distance who suddenly sidles into a doorway rather than having the conversation with you. And these are very, very hurtful things that can happen to us. But the thing about it is that, we're actually living as bereaved parents, we're living other parents' worst fear. I don't apologise for parents who do that, but it's not an easy one. Many bereaved parents will turn around and say, am I actually going mad? And I think, some of the things that they find themselves doing, they wonder. I just think of the idea of going into a supermarket, just buying the shopping, and suddenly realising that you've picked up something that you actually realise I don't actually need anymore. You may abandon your trolley, sit in the car for half an hour and cry, and end up going home with no shopping. That's not going mad, that's actually being normal in these circumstances as a bereaved parent. Others will turn around and say, I actually do my shopping in another town because it's far easier to avoid the acquaintances. And I know I can get in and out and nobody knows me. What do we actually need then? And I think looking at it so often, one of the things that we need is we need to be able to tell people what we actually want. It's amazing how often society, asks about and inquires about bereaved parents and workplaces and that, and sort of turn around and say, what should we do for them? Or will we do this or will we do that? I say, why don't you actually ask them? So think about it. If your friends or acquaintances or your workplace or the community, somebody in the community asked you what you need, I think we can break it into different ways. We might need doers. The person who, when you just feel you can't go out to the supermarket and do the shopping, can actually do that for you. Or the one that can actually pick up children from school when you need that to be done. We need the listeners too. The good friend that can be on the other end of the phone if we need them right now. Or who can say, come on, sit at my kitchen table and we'll actually have a cup of coffee. And we'll thrash out how you're feeling today. I think of a friend who lost her son just in the last week, and I had sent a little note to her. It was coming up to Mother's Day, and I was thinking how tough it must be. And she sent me a text message when she received it. She says, we're going to have a good cry now. I just text back, just feel the hugs coming towards you. And she said, thanks. These are the little things we need. We need the people too that can take us out of ourselves. We call them a recreation of friends in a way. It doesn't mean that we have to go out to have the high time in the town, but somebody that'll say, come on, we're going to go for a walk. We'll just clear the head and clear the air and anchor ourselves. And that's part of the self-care that we need for ourselves when we're actually going through these losses. It's absolutely vital to us to keep connected to some of the things that gives us some sense of anchoring when we're going through this tough time.